hope you guys are doing well. So guys, today I have with me this car, which is the Mahindra XUV700. This is the top end manual version. As always in this video as well, we are going to talk about the exterior, interior, features, space. By the end of the video, I'll also tell you guys how is it to drive. So let's quickly start this video. Before starting the video, by the way, let me tell you that I've already made a detailed review of the top end diesel automatic variant, so you can check out that video. I'll give the link for that particular video in the description box down below. And which next car do you want to see on the channel, you can definitely let me know by commenting in the comment section down below. And if you have any question, you can surely ask it to me on Instagram as well. Now let's quickly start off this video. Let's not waste much time. Let's quickly start off with the walk around. Let's quickly start off with the front profile of the car. So here, as you can see, this is how the front profile of the Mahindra XUV700 looks like. It surely looks very sporty, very aggressive as well. Right at the center here you have this grille. Here you have your new Mahindra logo, which is kind of finished in chrome. And the grille which you have right here, these strips, you basically have this aluminium treatment, aluminium sort of a finish on these strips. And this is how the front profile of the Mahindra XUV700 looks like. The grille looks really very nice. Talking about the headlights, each and every light on this car is obviously an LED unit provided. So this is your LED DRL, these are LED tail lights, and this is your fog light. And this is how the car looks like. Moving on to the side profile, so here, as you can see, this is how the car looks like from the side profile. Some of the elements on the car surely might remind you of the Mahindra XUV500. For instance, this particular thing, the arch at the back, definitely might remind you of the Mahindra XUV500. So this is how the side profile of the car looks like. The wheel arches look quite nice. Now here you have this chrome strip which covers the side profile. Talking about the mirrors, here you have this gloss black treatment, LED turn indicator as well. Let me show you guys the roof. So here, this is how the roof looks like. Here you have roof rails provided, and here you have this glossy treatment for your C pillar. Let me show you guys the door handles. So the top end variant, which I have reviewed already, the AX7L luxury pack, which comes with the luxury pack, it also gets automatic pop out door handle. So as soon as you unlock the car, the door handles will pop out. But this particular variant misses out on that feature. Let me show you guys the key. So this is how the key looks like. Here you have a physical key as well, and here you have three buttons. This to lock the car, this to open the boot, and this to unlock the car. And let me press this button. So you can basically press this button, and this is how the door handle will pop out like this. And here, as soon as I open the door, let's see what happens. There you see, the seat actually moves behind in order to welcome you, so that you can get in easily. We'll talk about the interior as well as the features in detail, but first of all, let me finish my walk around. So this is how the car looks like. Talking about the rear profile of the car, so again, right at the center here you have the Mahindra logo, and here you have your rear wiper washer defogger as well, high mounted stop lamp, which is obviously an LED unit, shark fin antenna. Now the tail lights are again LEDs, and here you have your reverse parking sensors, skid plate as well, and this is your reverse parking camera. By the way, this car, the manual top end variant, misses out on 360 degree parking camera, and from this angle, this is how it looks like. This particular red paint scheme, I really like the red paint scheme on this car. It looks it further adds a sporty appeal to the car. Now let me show you guys the second row space as well. We'll talk about the second row space in detail, guys, but let me finish the walk around. So by the way, the car actually gets a similar tire profile at the front as well as at the back. So here, as you can see, the tire profile which you have is 235/60R 18. Here you have an 18-inch alloy wheel, and this is how the alloy wheel looks like. It again looks aerodynamic and sharp, and that's the same tire profile which you have at the back as well. Now let's start talking about the features of the Mahindra XUV700. So let me quickly get inside the car, and that is how the seat moves behind. Okay, so guys, now I am inside the car, and here, as you can see, this is how the interior actually looks like. Let me put the seat a little bit back so that I can show you guys the dashboard and the features properly. Let's switch on the car. So here you have a push start stop button provided. You'll obviously have to press the clutch. Okay, and this is how the car comes to life. Now let's start talking about what all features do you have in the new Mahindra XUV700. Starting off from the steering wheel, you have this flat bottom leather wrapped steering wheel, which feels really very nice to hold. Now here you have a few buttons provided. This to increase and decrease the volume. From here you can basically change tracks. This to accept and reject calls. This to change the source, so you can basically get into Bluetooth, you can get into radio from this particular button. And here you have buttons for your cruise control. From here you can basically toggle through the infotainment, your instrument cluster as well. So as soon as you press this, it will show driver assist, so it obviously gets drowsiness warning. It also gets lane departure warning and all of that features as well. And it also gets automatic braking, so that is again a very cool feature to have. The ADAS features are present on this particular car. The lane keep assist actually works pretty well. It draws you back into the lane as soon as it detects that your vehicle is moving outside. And let's see what all things you have here. So here you have your navigation, and let's get into navigation. This is how the navigation screen looks like. It looks really very beautiful. And let's get back. Here you have display layouts, settings. Let's get into display layouts. So here there are 3 modes, so you can basically choose from information, minimal, and normal. Let's get into normal mode. And this is how the normal mode looks like. The full screen, by the way, this is a 10.25 inch all digital unit, so you have your speedometer as well as your tachometer in digital, and this is how it shows you. So that is much about the infotainment screen. You have your lever for your headlights, and this is your lever for your wipers provided. Here you have a few buttons. So here, from here you can basically, this is for your automatic start stop system, idle start stop system. So as soon as you hit a signal, the car will switch off, and as soon as you press the clutch again, the engine will roar to life. This is for your traction control. This is for your hill hold, I guess, and this is your headlight leveler. Now you can basically put the seat ahead and behind, and it gets electrical adjust for the seats. I'll show you guys that in a bit, but let's quickly have a look at the 10.25 inch infotainment screen. So these are the 2 screens which you have, 10.25 inch screen here and a 10.25 inch screen here. So let's see what all things do you have here. So let's get into fun with fun in XUV700. So here you have this radio thing. Here you have navigation, so it shows you this navigation on this big screen. And let's get back. And here you can basically also download a few applications, and you can basically, if you want, you can also download shari.com app. I'm just kidding, guys, but here as you can see, there are a few news updates and stuff like that. You can basically check out all of that. Obviously it gets Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. I think it will take time for the thing to come. And here you can basically check out your gallery as well. This system can actually store images as well. So that's about it, I think. So let's get back and let's see what all other things do you have. Fun with XUV700. So here it will show you your compass, and this is your lap time, and that is much about it. Now let me quickly put the car into reverse and let me show you guys. So as soon as I get into reverse, you'll have to pick it up like this and put it towards your left, and that is how you get into reverse. So here you have a few modes as well. So let's get back, and you also do get your reverse camera here. So when you are moving forward, you can also use your reverse spying camera. So here you have a few modes. You can check out what's there at your left, what's there at your right, a full screen mode as well, getting back, and here it will show you your guidelines as well. So that is much about it. And by the way, you can also click a picture if you want to save someone's car's photo or a number plate photo or a person. You can basically simply press this and it will capture an image, and the image will be stored in your this particular system. Getting back, now here you obviously have dual zone automatic climate control AC, so you can basically set temperature, a different temperature for the driver as well as co-driver side. And what all thing do you have here? So this is your hazard lamp, these are your controls for your AC. Here you have you can basically up till now you might have seen a screensaver in your laptop or your PC. This car also gets a screensaver, so you can basically put a screensaver, and this is for your airbags obviously. Now the luxury pack also gets a wireless charging pad, which this particular car misses out on. Here you have two USB charging ports. Here you have a small place where you can basically keep your key and stuff like that. This is your 6-speed gearbox. I'll talk about the gearbox as soon as I start talking about the performance. And from this you can basically increase and decrease the volume. This is for your music, and the same stuff you can set favorites as well. Below this you have your place where you can keep your key, and this is a small storage space right here. Here you also do get a cup holder, and let me show you guys the glove box. So this is how the glove box look like. This is the amount of space which you have in the glove box. Normal IRVM, it misses out on an automatic IRVM. Automatic IRVM would have been a nicer touch. Here you have a vanity, here you have a sun visor but no vanity mirror. Here you have a sunglass holder, just in case if you are a Singham, you can basically keep your sunglasses right there. And here you have a sun visor with a vanity mirror, although it misses out on a light. And the main highlight of the car is the panoramic roof, which Mahindra calls as the sky roof. So from here you can open it like this by single press of a button. I really like this, the way they have done the sunroof, that you don't really have to do a lot of things in order to open the sunroof. And this is how it closes, and the sunshade will also go back automatically. So this is how it goes back. That's about it. Let me open it back because I want sunlight inside the car. So guys, I think I've covered most of the things about the car. Talking about the storage spaces, you can easily store a 1-liter bottle. Here you have your controls for your power windows. This is to adjust your ORVMs. From here you can adjust it like this. So you can adjust it like this, and from you can also retract the ORVMs like this. Okay. And now I think I have covered most of the things about the interior of the car. The dashboard quality here, as you can see, you obviously have hard plastic right here. Here you have this soft leather sort of a treatment with stitching, which looks and adds premium touch inside the cabin. Here you also do get this glossy silver treatment on the dashboard, so that again looks quite nice. And this is how the dashboard and the interior of the XUV700 looks like. Now let's quickly move in the second row of the car, and let me show you guys the amount of space which you have, and then we'll move into the third row, and then we'll talk about the engine and the performance of the car. So let me switch off the car. By the way, it also gets tilt adjustment for the steering, so steering wheel, so you can basically put it up and down like this, and you'll have to lock it again like this. So now let's switch off the car and let's move in the second row so that I can show you guys the space and stuff like that. By the way, before I show you guys the space, here as you can see, from here you can basically move the seat ahead and behind like this. You can also adjust it for tilt. And you can also adjust the lumbar support from here. Lumbar support is nothing but the support for your lower back. Now I think I'm done talking about the car. Now it's time to move in the second row. So guys, here as you can see, this is the amount of space which you have in the second row. By the way, the seats are really very comfortable on the XUV700. Here you have this magazine holder provided, and here as you can see, the legroom is limited, but it's not actually, because you can increase the legroom, because here you have the boss mode. The boss mode is something which we have also seen on the Tata Safari, which we have also seen on the Toyota Camry. By the way, I have given you guys the detailed review of both the cars, so you can basically check out those videos as well. And you must have also seen that feature on the Mercedes A-Class. I will give you guys the link of all those videos in the description box down below. From here you can basically push it like this, and you can sit here like a boss and enjoy the view out there. and the panoramic roof looks really very nice. The under thigh support could have been a little bit more better. The floor is completely flat right here, so the middle passenger won't really be in any kind of a trouble. So it is a proper 3-seater in the second row. And here you have a center armrest with 2 cup holders, so you can sit here like a boss and you can basically enjoy the view out there. Now guys, I think I've spoken a lot about the second row as well. In terms of the headroom, it is pretty decent, I would say. Here you have handle with a hook, light placement handle. Here you again have a light placement and handle as well. Here you have these lights, and here you have this massive panoramic roof. Here you have your AC vents. Here you again have some space where you can, I think this to hold your smartphone. You can basically keep your smartphone here, and this is your C-type charging port. Now let's have a look at the third row space of the car. So in order to get into third row, you simply need to pull it up like this, and please don't disappoint me. I don't know why it's not moving. So guys, I don't really know what's wrong with this particular car, but you will have to use both of your hands in order to tumble it like this. In the top end variant, the diesel automatic which I had driven, in that particular car, with a single press of a button, the seat had tumbled, but in this particular variant, it's not happening for some reason. Now let's quickly have a look at the third row. So here, as you can see, let me get inside the third row. So here you can easily get 5, 6, 5, 7 person, and I think this seat is not all the way behind, I guess so. And this is the amount of space. If you get kids at the rear, that won't really be a problem as such. For even for longer journeys, this setting is actually quite fine, I would say. For a person of 5'6", 5'7", 5'8", would be comfortable. Obviously the under thigh support is completely lacking right here, and the headroom, it is cramped obviously. So that is something which you need to know, that for longer journeys it is better to get kids here. Here you have your bottle holder. Here you have 12-volt charging point. Here you have AC vents as well, and your control for your AC vents. And yeah, that's about it. So here, as you can see, yeah, again you have your bottle holder provided, AC vent as well. Rear charging point would have been a additional and a nicer touch, but I think I am being a little greedy right here. So this is the amount of space which you have in the third row of the Mahindra XUV700. Here you have handles to hold on to with the hook. I don't know what will be hanging right there, but now let's move outside the car. It's too hot inside the car. And now let's start talking about the performance of the Mahindra XUV700. So like I told you, this is the petrol manual. This is the top end petrol manual. Let me show you guys the engine first. So this car is powered by a 2-liter engine, by the way. The diesel is powered by a 2.2-liter engine. The petrol gets a 2-liter motor, which is a 4-cylinder motor, by the way. And here you will have to, it's too hot actually. So guys, the hood is really very heavy, and it's also pretty hot right here. So this is your 2-liter 4-cylinder petrol engine, produces 200 PS of power and 380 Newton meters of torque. So guys, now let's start talking about the performance of the Mahindra XUV700. So like I showed you, this car is powered by a 2-liter petrol engine, which is a turbocharged unit. Now the turbo lag is very well felt actually, but in terms of the power and pickup, it provides you decent amount of grunt for you to actually maneuver the car in the city as well as on the highways. It is quite a punchy car, I would say. So in terms of the power and punch, I have no complaints as such. Now the manual gearbox which you have is smooth shifting unit, so no complaints on that front as well. The clutch is also on the lighter side, but one thing which I would like to say here is the fact that the ride quality is on the softer side, because of which the high speed stability definitely is compromised a bit. Talking about my personal favorite aspect of a car, which is the ride and handling balance, like I told you, the ride quality is on the softer side. It provides you very good amount of comfort inside the car. The seats are also pretty comfortable. Over bad roads, it will surely provide you very good amount of comfort because of the softer suspension setup. But because of the softer suspension setup, there is a continuous movement which can be felt at higher speeds. When you drive the car at 110, 130 kilometers per hour, 140 kilometers per hour, it actually doesn't really inspire a lot of confidence for you to actually push it hard and fast. So the high speed stability definitely could have been better off the Mahindra XUV700, especially the petrol variant. Talking about the petrol variant, the handling of the car, talking about the handling of the petrol variant, now when I drove the diesel variant, I I actually experienced that the steering wheel didn't really perform as per my expectations, but here the steering wheel is actually on the lighter side and it weighs up pretty well as soon as you built up speed, and it also provides you very good amount of feel and feedback. But again, at higher speeds, because of the softer suspension setup, the stability completely goes for a toss, and you will definitely fear in order to push it harder and faster. Even at speeds like 130, 140, you won't really feel that kind of a confidence. So that is something which XUV700, especially the petrol variant, needs to improve upon. So guys, I think I've covered most of the things. Talking about the safety features, it obviously gets 6 airbags, ABS, EBD, and your stability control system, all of those features as well. Now talking about the brakes again are on the spongier side. The stopping power again could have been better, and there is a spongy response from the brake pedal as well. So that is, again, these are the only two things which I felt could have been improved on the Mahindra XUV700. The high speed stability and the brakes are something which Mahindra needs to work upon. Other than that, I think the design is fantabulous. The space inside the car is really very good. It's feature loaded. The price point is also quite reasonable, I would say. And like I told you, it comes loaded with features. It comes loaded with safety features, and it is also a pretty safe car to travel in because it has scored a strong 5-star rating in the global NCAP crash test as well. So that is again also not an issue as such. So guys, I think I've covered most of the things about the car. Moving on to the verdict, this car might cost you somewhere around 22.20 lakh rupees on road. At this price point, if you are looking forward to a car which has good amount of space, which has good handling, which has a punchy engine, and it has a lot of features as well, then this is the car to go with. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys like the review of the XUV700. You can basically check out such more review videos by getting into the cars and the bikes playlist. And if you want to see any other car on the channel or the bike on the channel, you can definitely let me know in the comment section down below. If you are looking forward to buying a car, you can definitely contact us and we will try to save a lot of your money as well. I hope you guys like this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, drive safe, ride safe. Bye bye.